Hey guys, this is Tom with Party Booth USA. A little bit about me. This is me. This is my wife. This is my dog. And I own a couple of internet-related businesses out in Southern California, including an internet marketing company and a local photo booth rental company out of Southern California called Photocubbies. So that's pretty much all you need to know about me. This video is here to basically show photo booth rental companies how to create a website without knowing anything. I mean, I'm going to show you exactly what I do for absolutely everything. The only thing that's going to be different is your logo, your content. But other than that, if you watch this video, you'll be able to create a WordPress website and have it do everything you need to do without paying anyone else more than $100, if not free. So that's my goal. Bear with me over this video. It's going to be the first video of about 20. It should run about 40 hours total. And after about 40 hours worth of watching the video, you should be able to do everything that I do. No, just kidding. It should only take about, I'm hoping for a couple hours. And whatever this video says at the bottom when it's all done, that's how long it's going to take you to do everything that I'm showing you. So just look over my shoulder and I'll show you everything that I know, so that you can take your company to the next level with a really good polished website. Alright, step one, you need to buy a URL or domain name, which you can do at GoDaddy. All you have to do is go to domains. You should already have this. In order to buy a domain, all you do is say, oh, I want funbooth.com, and you see if it's here, and oh, $1,000. Don't buy this one. Alright, the first thing you got to do is you should already have a domain name. A domain name is simply what you call the web address that people come to visit your site. This usually runs about $12 a month. I recommend going with GoDaddy just because they have great customer service, and if you don't know what you're doing, they will help you. Secondly, you need hosting. Hosting is where you store all the files that your WordPress site runs on. So it's kind of like you buy a phone number, but you need a phone to use it. Well, you buy a domain name, you need a hosting account to use it. It's really that simple. You don't need to know anything else. Step number two, so once you buy the actual hosting account, with GoDaddy, it typically runs about $6.99 a month. You're going to want to get their WordPress managed hosting. Long story short, this allows GoDaddy to automatically back up your sites, do security updates every month. It also allows for caching, which basically means your WordPress site will load faster, and the whole entire hosting account is optimized for WordPress. So this is probably the cheapest, most affordable way to get WordPress hosting that's optimized for WordPress, but also backed by GoDaddy's really great customer service. And I don't work for GoDaddy. They have the best customer support out of any industry. I'm talking about like cell phone providers, cable TV, whatever it is, they have the best personal service. So all you have to do, literally, you call this number, you put in your password, and boom, they take care of you. I've never been like, oh, GoDaddy didn't know what they were talking about. Like time and time again, I give them 10, 10, 10, 10 on my ratings. So that being said, you need to get a domain and you need to get a hosting. I suggest going through GoDaddy. You don't have to go through GoDaddy. You probably already have your own hosting account. But if you're starting from scratch and you have like a Weebly account or a Wix account for another website, you're going to need to buy hosting. All right, step number two is installing WordPress. If you buy it through GoDaddy, you call them, they'll walk you through the whole thing. The whole process took me about 3 minutes my first time doing it with the WordPress hosting through GoDaddy. If you're going through like HostGator or any other hosting account, chances are they have an installation for WordPress by pressing a couple buttons. If you don't know how to do it, just call your hosting company. They will walk you through every step of the way. If they're not, switch over to GoDaddy or go to Fiverr.com and say, I need help with a WordPress install. You can pay someone $5. They'll take care of the entire thing for you. I'll go over Fiverr.com a little bit more later. Alright, actually I'm going to show you Fiverr.com right now. It's Fiverr, like Fiverr.com, so 2 R's. All you do is create an account, put install WordPress. Hundreds of people will be here. Hey, I'll install your WordPress site for $5. And that just means set it up. That doesn't mean make it look pretty, put your phone number on it. It just means it's ready to go. This is a worst case scenario that you do it for $5. Don't pay someone else a whole bunch of money, but chances are you'll be able to go through your actual hosting company and they'll set it up for you or walk you through it. Alright, once you got your WordPress site installed, it's going to look something like this. Now this is 2014. In the future, if you see this, it's going to look a little bit different. So the first thing you need to do is just either hit login, or you can always just do this. You go wp-login.php right after the end of your website. Type in your username, and then type in your password right here. Click remember me, and you click login. Alright, now you've got your information put in, you hit login. Boom, we're ready to go. Alright, now that you're logged in, this is going to be your dashboard. This is pretty much where all the magic happens at the back end of WordPress. First thing you want to do is go to your plugins right here. You're going to want to click both of these and click delete because you do not need them. Alright, one of the coolest things about WordPress is that it's open source. What open source means is basically all the code of the entire platform is free. That means people from all over the world can go and take pieces of code and make it their own and make it better. If you want an email contact form, they got a plugin. This is your plugins page. Basically, a plugin is just a widget or a thing that does something. Think of it more as a software thing. So you need a contact form for your website. You go, I need a plugin for that. It's free. You install it. You need a cool slideshow to show all your awesome photos, and you want to customize it the way you want it. Well, someone else created a plugin that has a user face that is easy to use, and tutorial videos most likely, so you can do what you need to do. If you want a laser beam on your website that shoots lasers, if there's a need for it, it's created in a plugin. I'm being over dramatic, but plugins is what makes WordPress so epic. It does everything that a website normally can do, but makes it accessible to people like me that don't know what they're doing. So that's the beauty of WordPress. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into plugins right here and click add new. First one you want to do is all 404 redirect to homepage. And again, you'll see it right here. Right here. You're going to install it. And I'll show you what these things do later, so don't even worry about it. Activate the plugin. Boom, you just added your first plugin. The second one you want to do, contact form 7. Install now. Okay. Alright, activated it. Next plugin, head metadata. Again, you don't need to know what any of these things are. Just follow my lead. Next one, the most important plugin you could possibly do, WordPress SEO. Yoast is a great guy. He gives lots of us free stuff. Don't allow tracking. And then you install Kway HTML sitemap. Kwayy HTML sitemap. Install now. Activate plugin. Alright, let's go back to plugins so you can see all the things installed. So as you can see, we installed all these plugins. Currently they're all activated. That basically means you have it installed already, but if it's not activated, that means it's not being used. So that's all that means. If you ever need to deactivate it, all you do is click here, or click just deactivate, or you can do a whole bunch of them by going like this and click deactivate. Alright, the next step is to install a theme. A theme is basically this shell of your website and how it looks. So just like you can get a car with a certain engine, but you can put that engine inside of any other type of, if you're like own a body shop, you can put any kind of, I'm not a car guy, so I'm kind of calling myself out here right now, but you can put a shell of any, like you can make one car look a certain way, but it still has the same engine as another car that looks completely different. Well, a theme is basically the outside appearance of your website. So how you go to that is you go to Appearance and then you go to Themes. Now it comes with 3 right here. As you can see, this is the theme currently on our website. This kind of has this black around the edges. Well, you can also have them like this for free, or you can go to Add New Theme. This is the coolest part about WordPress is you can have your site, make it perfect, and change the theme later on without erasing the old pages. You just change how they look. These are a whole bunch of free ones you can install. You can delay this. You can do all these searches, so you don't have to spend money on a theme. But one thing I really like is themeforest.net. I'll put a link to this theme for you. If you get this theme, it's $55, and I will actually be using this theme, Salient, on the site that I'm showing you how to do. So now I'm going to show you how to run everything in WordPress, but I'm also going to show you how to make this theme pretty and work for you. So you just go ahead and create an account and purchase it. Alright, so I've already purchased it, so I'm going to go to my account up here, click on it, click Downloads. Now I'm going to scroll down to where it is, Salient right here. I'm going to click Download. Installable WordPress files only. Now it's going to start downloading right here. Pretty big file. So it's I downloaded this to my desktop. So now I'm going back into WordPress. And I'm going to go Upload Theme. Choose File. I'm going to find this theme right here. Boom. We're good to go. And hopefully this is the actual theme. Yeah, it is. Just throwing this out there, you can go to WordPress and look at all these different types of themes. So you just click on them, see how they look, see how they interact, and see if it's a good theme for you. I like Salient, the one we're using, just because I've never seen one better, and they have great customer service. So going back to theme, still uploading. Alright, now it's already uploaded. Now all I have to do is click Activate. So you can go back, you can switch in between themes all day long until you hit Activate. It doesn't actually activate it for your site, but now it is. So now if I hit refresh for my home page, boom, and it looks different. That's a theme. Alright, the next step I'm going to do is create the structure of my site. So like the home page, about us page, pricing page, contact page, etc. So what you're going to do is on the sidebar there's pages. I'm going to click Add New. I'm going to open a few of them in a new tab. You don't have to do this, you can do one at a time. I'll call this one Home. This is just the title of the page, and I'm going to scroll down here and click Publish. That actually makes Publish an update button, actually makes the page live. So if I went right here, boom, home page. I'm going to go to the next one, call it About Us, click Publish. We can go right here on the new one and call it Gallery, because this client actually has a gallery. Pricing and packages. And of course you need a contact page. That should be called contact, not book an event, not all these things, just contact. People know what that means. Alright, next thing I want to do is go to Appearance on the left hand side and go to Menus. As you can see right now, there's no menu assigned, there's no home page, nothing. So I want to create a new menu, call it anything you want. I'm just going to call it menu because I'm a very simple guy. Create menu on the right hand side. Now, so the menu is created. That just means like it's magically like you got the home button up top. It just means there's a menu bar called menu somewhere in WordPress. Now you have to go to Manage Locations. Top navigation menu. Click menu. That means it will install this menu that I create right here. Save changes. Now in the future, you can create another menu right here and put it in secondary. You can create a new one right here, call it secondary or whatever you want, and it will put another menu way up here. but that's neither here nor there. So I'm going to click all of these except for sample page and just click add to menu. I'm going to move home up here, put pricing and packages right here. Gallery should always be at contact should always be at the end. About us should typically be before contact. So you click save menu, and now this will magically appear here. Boom, you just created a menu. Congratulations. Another thing you can do, say you have a really big menu, you have all these things or whatever, you can put all of these things underneath each other, or even more. You can do it like this. I'll show you what I mean. So you create menus and submenus. So if I hit refresh, now I only have home because this is to the far left. Now if I hover over it, you got pricing and packages, and you got gallery, and you got more menus underneath here. So if you ever have a complicated menu, that is how you actually make it nice and easy for everyone. I'm gonna move everything back. That is your lesson on menus. Be sure to click save. Alright, now I'm going to move everything over, close the old stuff. Alright, you want to go to settings. You want to pretty much open the top 5, I believe. You go general, writing, reading, discussion. You don't need that. Permalinks, and that is it. So right now I'm in the general settings. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase this and hit save. I could waste all your guys' time by telling you why I'm doing this, but I'm just saying just do it. Let's move on. Let's get this over with. No one likes building a website. Alright, writing settings. Nothing to do in here. Nothing to do in here. Alright, we're in the reading. You want a static home page, meaning, here I'll show you. Right now this is a blog roll. It's just going to show a whole bunch of posts that you have on your homepage. You are not a blogging company. You are a photo booth rental company. You want to come to the homepage, see all the stuff that's cool about your photo booth, not some posts. You know, that doesn't say, hey, book me. It says, oh, I wrote some stuff, read it. And so you don't want a blog roll. What you want is a static homepage. So you already created your homepage, whether it's done or not. You just have a page called home. You want to do a static page, home, save changes. Boom. Now if you go to the home page, it'll be an actual home page that's not created yet, but there's no blog roll. Alright, now this is really important because otherwise you will be annoyed by spammers all day long. So you go to settings, discussion. You're going to uncheck these boxes. Email me whenever anyone posts a comment or a comment is held for moderation. People will spam you on your site. It doesn't matter. They can do it all day long. It does not hurt you unless you approve the comments. But you don't want to be emailed every time it happens because you'll lose sleep and your inbox will be full every couple of days. Alright, that pretty much sums up the settings for any no matter what WordPress theme you use, do everything I just did right here. Alright, I also left out one little thing. So you want to go to settings, permalinks, and you're going to want to click post name. Long story short, when you write an article, you don't want to have all this fluff. You don't want the date, and then the name, or some weird random numbers that mean nothing to Google, people, or even yourself. So by clicking post name, whatever you call the name of the post, it actually will put that into the URL. So if you type create a page and call it about us, well, it's going to say about-us right there. So it's very user friendly. Alright, the first thing I'm going to show you for this theme, this is only for the salient theme. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to do a slider. A slider is pretty much just a pretty image that floats across the top of your website underneath your menu bar that makes you look professional. So I got a nectar, slider, all slides. Now I'm going to click add new. And the first thing I'm going to do is called add new slider location. What this means, I don't really know. But I'm going to put in home. You can put in whatever you want, just know what it is. Boom, you created it. Congratulations. Now you're going to go slider image. I like using big images for this. It makes it look way more professional. If you use a small image, it's going to be stretched really far. So this could take you a while trying to figure out the right one, but you just create it first so you'll know what you're working with. Just use any image and we'll go from there. Now down here you can do your first button. It doesn't really matter what you want. You can do contact, you can click pricing. I'm going to put packages and pricing because people will want to know that. Now I'm going to go to my actual home page, get the link. So pricing and packages, I right click it and click copy link address. Paste it in here, or you can do the control right click on your mouse and paste. You can change the colors right here and the style. Right now it doesn't really matter, I'm just showing you how to do it. You click publish. Now, okay, your slider's created. Now I want to put it on the home page. Oh, it's not here. So I'm going to go edit page because I'm on the home page, so I can edit the home page. First thing I'm going to do, click right here. I like clicking the text editor. Long story short, this is everything you do to create this page that will show up on the home page, because this is home, here's the URL, this is the page it's going to edit. Just a little quick overview. This is where you type in stuff, all in here. These are buttons that actually help you put more stuff in here. Template is over here. There's a lot of different templates that you can see on Salient. On the theme forest, I'll talk more about it hopefully later. But all these things make the page look a little bit different with styling. This is your meta information. I will go over meta titles and meta descriptions later, but this is where you fill those out. And that's pretty much all you need to know. There's a screen options that shows you more stuff. One thing that you might like in the future, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to screw up, you can click revisions, and it'll show a list of all the different changes you've done throughout the saves of your past saves. So if you made the page perfect and then you created, you added something and you ruined the whole page, you can click revisions and go back to an older, you can see all the older versions and actually say re-upload the old version. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to install the slider right now. So I'm going to click right here in the text editor, Nectar shortcode, choose shortcode, Nectar slider. Now it's already put home in here. That means it's going to pull the slider from what I just created right here because I put it in the home. Slider height, I don't know. Let's do 650. Flexible slider height. Would you like your height of your slider to constantly scale in proportion to the screen size? Sure, why not? Display full width. Absolutely. You don't want, otherwise it's going to be like a, typically your page is only this wide, so if you put the slider without full width, it's only going to fill in this spot, but we want to fill up the whole entire width. Just because it looks cooler, I guess. That's my personal opinion, but you can play around with all these different things. This kind of makes it move cool. Loop slider, full screen slider, auto rate. Okay, these are all things you can do on your own. They don't really matter, but you can't screw things up by going back and forth. Just play around with it, do what you like, or just copy me and don't have to think. Now I click update. So now the page is updated. You can click view page, but I already have it open right here. Boom! You have a huge slider right here. Make sense? One of the cool things you could do, like, alright, took a quick coffee break. Alright, so far your slider should look like this on your home page with your own image. Not a lot going on right here, just a really cool picture. Alright, I'm going to go back to the slider, all slides, clicked on this one. Just in case, I'll walk you through it again. All slides, edit. Alright, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to add a heading. So, make your event memorable. Boom, cool. I'm going to add a description. I've already typed these out. Capture the intimate, hilarious, and unexpected memories with our affordable photo booth packages. Alright, caption background. If you would like to add a semi-transparent background to your caption, activate this option. Yes, I'll show you what that is later. So right now we only had this packages and pricing. That's kind of weak. We want a call to action as well. So contact us or book today. Doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to go back over here, contact page, right click, copy link address. Boom, there we go. Solid background color, sure, whatever. Extra color, sure. I want them to be different colors. That's the only point takeaway right there. I'm going to hit update. gonna wait for it to refresh. Alright, now I'm gonna hit refresh on the home page so I can see what it looks like. Boom, sexy. Make your events memorable. Here's the setting with gray transparent background. You click here, it goes to packages and pricing. You click here, it goes book today. Now, I want to be able to read this just as much as I can read this part in the middle. So I'm going to go down here. This is some custom code. Alright, I'm having a little difficulty showing you guys this code since it's going to be in a video. It's going to be much smaller on your screen. So I went ahead and pasted it into the caption area. Doesn't really matter. Just write this down on your own computer. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the code that you actually need to place in there. I tried to zoom in as much as you can. Click pause on the video and write down this code. You can put whatever words you want in here, but you need this code right here. So as you can see, the code's right here. You don't need it here. You need to paste it up here. Boom. After you update this page, this part of this code goes away because it's not really supposed to be in here. I don't know why the designer of the theme didn't do it, but I'll show you what I mean. Everything else looks good here. I'm gonna click update, and I'm gonna show you what I actually mean. Alright, the page is refreshed. Now I'm gonna scroll down. As you can see, the code kind of went away. It's still there. So save the code when you originally posted it, like save it in some document if you ever need to change it. But if you click here and change anything, that code will go away. And what the code will go away is, I want this part, back part, to be semi-transparent like this. So I'm gonna hit refresh. Now you can actually read, make your events memorable. Boom, you just created your first slider. Now if you want to create more images to go with that slider, all you need to do is go to add new slide. Upload a picture, do everything I did in the first one, however you want it, add new buttons, whatever. Then you click home and publish it. Then it will automatically go into the same slider. So this picture will be here. You click an arrow, the new one will come in. You click another arrow down here. You can have all your specials, whatever you need to do on your home page through this slider. Alright, the next thing I'm going to show you that's essential to your website is your contact form. So you already created your contact page, so just go ahead and go to it by clicking here, and then click edit page. I already have it open right here. So this basically is how you're going to edit the contact page. You're in here, here's the page. You can go right here and click contact to put this actual theme salient has a contact form page and how it looks, but it's a little bit more work. If you're willing to do it, you can figure it out on your own. But for now, I'm just going to keep things simple and you choose the default template. So I'm going to go down to here and click contact because we installed this plugin already at the very beginning called Contact Form 7. Basically, this is a plugin that allows you to have an easy email contact me form that automatically goes straight to your email. Alright, now we're on the Contact Form 7 page. They have a default one for you. Might as well just use it. So I'm going to go click this short code right here. Boom. I'm going to place it right into my text editor. Click update. Alright, so the page is saved. I'm going to click view page. Boom, there's a contact form. It's kind of wide. That's not the point right now. Alright, so I'm going to go back to contact form edit plugin. So currently you have your name required, your email required, subject, and message. We don't need subject. They want a photo booth, or they're asking about your photo booth. What you want is their phone number. So instead of it saying subject, by the way, I just, right here, all I did was click edit. Alright, so we're in, and right now it says subject right here. You're just going to replace it and put phone. Alright, so you're going to want to add an acceptance button because a lot of people will email you via a robot. So there are a lot of spammers just trying to add comments to WordPress websites. By placing this in here, you make them the robot actually have to click a button, and it's not programmed to do that, so therefore you'll get less spam emails. So again, just go to the right, generate tag, acceptance, Then all you have to do is go ahead and click this, put it over here, right before the submit button, and to the side you're going to want to say star, click here to show you are human. It's really that simple. Now you're going to want to take this little P right here, so caret, P caret, which stands for paragraph, and place it right in front. And you're going to take the closing paragraph, put it right here, so caret / P caret. So basically this says this is the beginning of a paragraph, this is the end of the paragraph. It's just for styling purposes. If you don't do this part, it might not matter. But I'm going to go ahead and click. Oh, one more thing. You want to put your email right here that you want the emails to come to. The first thing that will come in your email is the name of the potential client and their email. And then your subject, you don't have subject in there, so it's going to be like photo booth inquiry. And you can put all this stuff to customize what you get out of it, but you're going to definitely want to take away your subject. You just want to put this right here. Doesn't really matter, up to you. You click save. Now I'm going to go to my contact page once this is done updating. Alright, it's done updating. I'm going to hit refresh. So now you'll be able to put your, when a client comes to this, they'll be able to put their name in here, their email, required, both are required, put their phone number, their message, and they have to click here to prove they're human. Once they hit send, boom, taken care of. You have a contact form. It's really that simple. This is one of the beautiful things about WordPress. If this was an HTML site, this whole process could have taken you an hour if you knew what you're doing. So that, once again, use WordPress. If you don't know how to code, use WordPress. If you do know how to code, use WordPress. It doesn't matter. WordPress is amazing. Alright, so right now your contact form is kind of wide, kind of ugly. So you want to go ahead and make sure you're on this page, click Edit Page, and then I'll take you to this. So I'm going to make this contact form go to the left-hand side. So I'm going to go next to shortcodes and select columns. 1/2 is fine for me. Don't need to click anything else. Add shortcode. I'm going to take the end of the shortcode, or also called the closing end, and put it behind the contact form. Now I'm going to click enter, next to shortcode again, click another half, and then it's the last column. The half plus half equals a whole. So the second half is the last column. Add shortcode. Alright, now I know this client is in Adelaide, South Australia. I have no idea how to say that. She probably doesn't want her whole address on here, so I'm not going to put the home address if she works out of her home. But I'll make sure to put the contact phone number right here. And then I'm going to put some title text right here with their company name. Title text, you don't really need to know what that means. It just means it's big and it's very noticeable. So all I do is caret, H1, caret, put the company name, slap, stick, photo booth, caret, / H1, caret. Go ahead and click update. Alright, it's done saving, so I'm going to hit refresh. As you can see, now the contact form is on the first half, and then her information is right here. Also, if you want to have it centered, you can put this caret center, caret, put an ending caret, or ending center, caret, / center, caret, update. Now I should be able to hit refresh. Now you can see it's centered, a little bit more tidy. And that pretty much sums up the contact page. You can also put like a Google Map location right here, like the embedded code. You can put some trust factors like, hey, we got voted this on WeddingWire, whatever it is, to make sure that they contact you. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the actual theme settings. So I'm in my dashboard. If you're not in your dashboard, you just click right here. Now you go to themes. Well, actually, you don't. No, you just go right to Salient. You go ahead and click it. And this is the theme you bought on ThemeForce for $55. So we're going to start editing it and actually making it pretty. Alright, the first thing you can do is upload a favicon. A favicon is basically the thing that shows up in the image at the very top right. So you can brand your site a little bit more. So I just got my favicon saved to my desktop, so I'm going to click upload. And from my desktop, select files. And this is a 16 pixel by 16 pixel picture, meaning it's very tiny. Click select file, boom. Everything else on here you don't really need. Future reference is a Google Analytics box if you need it, and that's pretty much all you need from this page. Click Save. Alright, now that that's saved, I'm going to click Accent Colors on the left hand side. This is pretty much where you get to select the main colors of your site. It doesn't necessarily apply to a whole lot of things, but just so you know, you can go in here, put an actual HTML color code. So you can move stuff around in here, but what I would rather you do is go find a color you like on some other site, figure out what the code is by using this little eyedropper. I'm using Google Chrome. Basically, you can click this thing, pick color from web page, hover over something, and it'll actually tell you what it is. You click the color, and then I'll save it up here for you, and you can click on it and copy the code right here and place it in there. But that's kind of complicated. Kind of do what you feel. This starts getting more technical, but the colors out of the box aren't bad. And if you select something, just go ahead and click Save. Now, box layout. Right now, we have a full page layout, meaning if you scroll down, like, there's not going to be any white space on the side. So if you want white space on the sides, you click box layout, and you can change the background color and stuff here. But for the most part, you don't need to do it. This makes a lot more things that you have to do. Typography. If you know what you're doing, great. If you don't, ignore it. Header. Use image for logo. Absolutely, I want to put my logo up there. Upload. Select from computer. And where are you? Here we are. Uploading the logo. Select file. Boom. Done. Now logo height. You can make this pretty much whatever you want, but for this example, I'll be messing around trying to figure out the right width, right height. And then I'll automatically adjust it for you. And then that pretty much highlights everything. I like header with secondary navigation. I'll show you why later. But if you don't care, just click standard header. Enable social icons. So you're going to want, if you have Facebook and you want to send people out of it to go out of your website to go see Facebook, boom, here you go. Just because you have a Facebook doesn't mean you should put this on your site. But if you're constantly updating your Facebook and want them to connect with you, by all means do it. Twitter, Google Plus icon, etc. Alright, so for this example, I'm using Facebook, I'm using Google Plus, and I'm going to be using YouTube. Boom, save changes. Alright, so I had to do a little bit of editing on my own for the last about 10 minutes. You might have to upload it and adjust the logo height up and down and the padding as well. So it's just throwing it out there. You click Save Changes. Finally, I got to fit this right amount of space. And padding is pretty much in pixels. Pixels is like the internet's version of measurements. So instead of inches or centimeters, it uses pixels. So there's 30 pixels between this part and my little logo. So if I took away and put 0, bada bing, bada boom. Gonna wait for it to refresh. Now I can refresh. As you can see, it gets a little bit closer. So you don't have to put any padding. If you need to, you'll know. Also, by clicking Enable Social Icons and clicking the actual boxes, now the social social links to your Facebook, wherever you need, now go up here. So the next section is the footer. So once you get to here, main footer area, do you want the main footer that contains all the widget areas? So long story short, there's all these places you can put things. You don't have to enable it. You can just click off, save changes. And then it refreshes and you hit refresh. Boom. You don't have to deal with any of this. One thing I do want you to put on the bottom though is a link to your homepage, and have it be your brand name. So in this case, Slapstick Photo Booth. And then a link to your navigation page, which is your sitemap page. I'll explain later. So in this case, I'm going to want to make a href code, which is just basically what a link code actually does. So I took my URL by actually going like this. I'm going here, boom. Now in front of it you want to put caret A spacebar href equal sign quotation mark. Then you put your URL just like this, quotation mark, and then caret pointing right. Then you're going to put your actual brand name, in this case Slapstick Photo Booth. And then you're going to put caret /A and that's it. Then you're gonna put another space bar, or not space bar, the bar, or whatever. You don't even need to put that. Just make it simple. You're gonna do another one and call it / navigation / and call it sitemap. I'll explain this later. So basically you have two links right here that you're going to be placing at the bottom of your website. So again, *a spacebar ref href = quotation mark your whole URL with http:// what you want the link clickable part to be, in this case your brand name, and then the ending of the link code, which is */ a *. And you're going to do the same thing but with a / navigation / and then call it whatever you want, but in this case sitemap. Now I'm going to go back to the website editor. I'm going to place that code right in here, hit save changes. So now if I hit refresh, on the very bottom you see Slapstick Photo Booth. If I click it, it goes to the home page, and the next one it'll go to my sitemap page, which we have not created yet, but it eventually will go there. Just in case you want to do all these things, columns will equal, I like 3-column better because you don't need 4 columns, but it will allow you to put stuff at the very bottom in the widget areas. Widget is just a word in WordPress that means like cool little doodad that you can put stuff. So you can put your logo here, you can put pages here, you can put your newest blog comments here. As far as most people go, it does not matter. So I'm going to switch it back. Alright, the next section is the call to action section. A long story short, at the bottom of your entire website you can put a call to action that says like book now, call us now, whatever you want it to be. You can be like, so book your next event now, or book your next event today. And the call to action button will be like contact us, and call to action link will be right click, copy link address, your contact page. You can exclude what pages this goes on, so you don't need to have the call to action on every page. You can take it off certain pages. Call to action color, you can change it to whatever you want. Let's make it orange, and then call to action font color should be white so it shows up within the orange. So I'm going to go to the very, I don't know why that's being, oh, and you go like this, so FFFFFF means white. Call to action button color, let's make it whatever that is. I think it's blue. You do that in the accent colors right here. Save changes. Alright, now if you see, book your next event is on every page now. Granted, that orange is not going to work, so I'm going to go back down in here, and let's actually make this part blue, and this one will be orange still. So we go like here. Now if we hit refresh, every page will have book your next event, contact us. So when you click it, it'll go to your contact page. So now the next section is portfolio. I've never really done anything with this. Feel free to knock yourself out. Blog, standard blog with sidebar. This is good. Bio, don't really need to do anything there. Contact page. You can make a map actually come up on this contact page. It shows up right here, and you can have your actual address. It looks kind of like Google Places. Home slider. I've never really got this to work, so who cares? Now, social media. So earlier in the header area, you enabled the Facebook, YouTube, and Google Plus, or whatever else you needed for yourself. By going in here, you place the URLs for the actual thing that you want to link to. Alright, I went ahead and added my Facebook, the Google Plus account for this client, and the YouTube channel for this client. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Now these links will actually work. So now if I come to the home page or any page, I right click it, open a new tab. Slapstick Photo Booth's Facebook page will now show up. And the same for YouTube and Google Plus. Now if there's anything else you needed to add, all you had to do was go ahead and check them in the header section and then paste the URL in here. And that pretty much takes care of it. Now you pretty much have all the settings done for the salient theme that you need to. Now we just have to actually create page content for all these things. Alright, the first page we need to create that we have not done yet is the navigation page. So right now I'm going to click Add New and go to Pages. I'm also going to go to the plugin page, actually Settings, and go to the Quay HTML sitemap options. Now I'm going to highlight this shortcode right here. I'm also going to uncheck these if they are, but they're not. So basically all I want to show up in the sitemap, which is a sitemap is basically a blueprint of your website that Google and Bing can follow and understand. So you're basically saying, here are all the pages on my site. I mapped it for you so you don't have to figure it out yourself. So I'm going to create a page, call it Navigation. And I'm going to paste this shortcode in right here. I'm going to click Publish. And basically what this does is the link we created down here for sitemap, now when we click it, it'll open this page and it'll show every post that we've ever done and every page that we've ever done, so that Google can figure out what your site is about the quickest way possible. And you want it at the footer because you don't want actual people to click on it, you just want Google to be able to crawl it through this link right here. Hey guys, just got done with a break. One of the biggest things you need to take away from today is you're not a website designer, I'm not a website designer, I don't have all these creative genes in my body. What I do have is ability to see other websites that I go, oh, that's a really nice website, I'm going to take a piece from it and put it on my website. This picture is actually taken from a photo booth rental company in Columbus, Ohio, so don't actually use it. But that being said, they do an awesome job. This is one of the best photo booth rental sites I've ever seen. They easily come to it, happy people, smiling, actually using the booth, great props. This horse is just freaking fantastic. They got a picture within a picture. And then the rest of the page is just really clean. They get right to the point, has some good reviews, recent activity. I mean, this website's sick. And this is the same exact theme that you're currently using if you got the Salient theme. So that being said, I'm going to go and take some things from their website that I like and add to it and just make it really simple for you guys. If you see something on another website, figure out how to incorporate it into this thing. All right, so I'm going to add a couple things to the home page. The first thing is you already have your slider in here. I'm going to add a shortcode called full width section. This basically allows me to place this white section right here. So full width section, I'm going to make it white by going like this and making sure this is at the bottom. Text color, you want to make it dark since the background is white. You don't want white text. And you can go ahead and click add shortcode. So now you have this full width section right here. You click update. There's nothing in it, so it's not going to actually show. So that doesn't matter. Okay, the first thing you're going to put in there is this little header tag. So long story short, I want to put photo booth rental and the city I serve right here, and I want it to be centered. So I'm going to go ahead and put the center code, so left caret, then type out center, then put right caret, and put an H1 tag. This is just left caret, H1, right caret. And then you're going to put photo booth rental city that you're in this case Adelaide, Australia, and then you do left caret / H1 right caret for the end of the H1 tag right here, and then for the end of the center, you need to put left caret / center right caret, and that'll make it look like this. And that's just some little HTML coding for you. Alright, so as you can see, now I want to do 4 columns. So a quarter of a page times 4. So I need to find 1/4 column right here. Centered text and add shortcode. I'm going to take this same shortcode, paste it in here 2 more times. So right now we have 3/4 of the page taken care of. And then I'm going to put in another 1/4 centered text, but make it last column because this is the end of the row. Alright. And now I'm going to add some extra shortcodes from the actual icon menu. Found the one I wanted. Oops. I'm going to put large circle right here. Add shortcode. Now it's right there. Enter the next shortcode that I want. You can choose anything you want in here. This is not the point. The point is just I'm showing you how to do it. The little social media thing, thumbs up like Facebook. I'm going to put another thing right here. Look for the printer. Where are you? There you are. Add shortcode. And then again, last thing. There you are. Add shortcode. Boom. So now, if I click update, we'll see a whole bunch of icons. Pretty neato. And we want to create a little bit of divide right there. So I'm going to go in here, behind the center text, next to shortcode, find divider. I want one not with a small line but a full width line. Add shortcode. It's right there. Boom, a little bit prettier. So now we want to make some content down here that correlates to each of these little icons, which I already have pasted out. Actually did these out of order. There we go. Alright, we're good to go here. Pretty straightforward, looks good. You can add anything you want here. How I did that is basically, so you have the icon, in this case the camera right here, that's the code for that. And then I put a caret H3 caret professional photos left caret / H3 right caret, and that takes care of this part. And then I just put whatever words I want underneath right here. As you can see, it correlates before the 1/4. Other than that, say I want to put a little bit more room at the top right here, I can go in here and look at the top padding, and I can say, oh, I want 15 pixels. So use that, just put 1.5 in there, and now there's a little bit more room for you. Alright, so now the home page looks like this. I'm going to add some content so that it can help it rank. I already have it pasted out, so or copied in another document, so I just pasted it in here. Each of the titles will have an H3 tag. Hit update. And now the home page has all the content right here, which will help it rank. You want typically about 400 words on the home page, just so Google can see photo booth rentals, and the cities you serve within that content. I'll go over this more a little bit later. Say you want to make it a little bit neater, not so much content in one place. Go down here. Say I want to add a video as well. So currently I have this whole entire web page within the full width section right here and the ending full width section right here. Without that, this part will be gray, but I want it to be white and white background, so I made sure that the full width section actually had the white code in here, which we already did. So now I'm going to go to where the content starts. I want to create two halves. The first half I'm going to have a video. So I'm going to go in here, shortcode, half right here. Don't really need to do anything else. And then the second half will be the content. And last column. Now I need to take this end of the half and put it at the bottom of the content. So right now the home page will look like this. There's no content in the first half, so it doesn't really matter. So it gets moved over. Now this client has an actual video, so I'm going to go ahead and take this video and go to share, embed, take the whole thing, copy that, right click, copy. I'm going to paste it into the code of this web page. So I'm going to go edit page. Oh, it's not right here. I'm already here. Now I'm going to go put it right here. For some reason, this theme makes the video as wide as the area the video is in. So in this case, the video will automatically fill this whole half because we have a half column right here and a half column right here. This is also a good place to put some like actual images of your actual event, or some of the 4x6 printouts. So you can actually put a double column right here of, not double column, sorry, just actually put the image right here. I can actually show you how to do that once. Alright, so right now I'm going to go into the quarter right here, or actually half right here, and put some images underneath that video to fill up some room. I'm going to find that YouTube video. Probably going to put a divider in here and put a little small line one. Add shortcode. Now under here I can actually add images. So right here WordPress has a really easy user functionality of adding images. So I hit click add image. Then I go to upload from files, select file, and where are we? This one looks fun. Boom. You want to always make sure you click none. You don't want to put a link in there. And full size image. Update. Now the image is going to go right here. Now say you want it to be a little bit more tidy, so you can go ahead and click center around it, not click, but actually place it in there. Actually, class align size full. Let's redo that whole image so it'll make it easier for you. So I already uploaded it. Click it. Make sure there's no link. And then alignment, center. So you're into page, update. Now you have that little divider, and you have the picture underneath. So this is a home page. Worst case scenario, you did a free website, your website looks this good, and you're beating 70% of the other photo booth rental companies that have a website. So you can do this, you're complete. You're already here. So congratulations, you built your first website. Granted, we still have these pages to do, but if you can do the home page like that, you can probably figure out the rest of it. All right, let's go to the next page. Pricing and packages. So this is the header image right here. I'll show you how to do that. All you got to do is go down here, upload. I'll just redo it. Uploaded this image. It's kind of cut like this. It's very big picture. It's 2500 by 780, but it's a very long rectangle. So just click select file. You can adjust this to anything you want it to be. This just adjusts the height from right here. So 375 is right here, how many pixels. If you want it to be bigger, then do anything larger than 375 right here. If you want it smaller, put a lower number. And you just keep clicking save until it looks good. And then pricing and packages, obviously you put right there so that it shows up right here. Now these are 3 columns. All it is an image, some content about the photo booth, and the actual pricing and hours breakdown. So what you do to go down there is first you got to put a full width section because you want this whole section to be white. So again, you put the full width section by going next to shortcodes, full width section, make it white, and then you're pretty much good to go. You can add padding as well if you need it. Now what else? So that would also put this code right here that says the end of the full width section. Make sure you get rid of it and put it at the very bottom so the whole section is white. Now you need 3 columns. So the first thing I did was just add a 1/3 from going right here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You add shortcode. Make sure that it says 1/3 here and 1/3 here and whatever you want inside of that column right here. I added this image very simply by just going to add image. I uploaded it right here, selected from computer, but it's already in here now. So now I can just go to right here and click and say insert in page. And then again, don't say anything links to. Click none. Now the next column right here, I did a 1/3 box column. So instead of saying 1/3, I just did a little extra check box. And I'll show you how to do that. So 1/3 column is already there, but just in case, then I did box column, and that was pretty much it. You add shortcode. As you can see, it's the same exact code here, and make sure you put this part at the end of the 3rd that you want to be. Now all these little bullet points are just called lists. You could do those by simply clicking right here. You place whatever you want, and then you click it again, and it'll close it for you. Or you can just do caret li caret, and then of course close it again with a caret /li. And that will create those bullet points right here. Then right here, also for the H3 tag, I made sure it was centered. So I just put the center code, so caret center caret. Then you put your code in here for the H3 tag, and caret /center caret. I think this is getting repetitive. I think you guys get it by now. So also the third one, again, you do a 1/3 last. I'll show you how I did that. 1/3 box column, center text, last column. Boom. And make sure again this part is at the very bottom right here. And then again, these are just H4 tags. Nothing fancy, didn't do anything special to that code. And then I put center code at the very bottom so that this part will actually look a little bit nicer. That's pretty much it for that page, and I click update. Gallery, I don't have anything on this page for right now until the client actually says, hey, I want this. About us page, this is the easiest page I've done so far. Again, so all I did was do a full width again with a white background, so that's all white right here. And then I did a 1/2 from next to shortcode, piece of cake, make sure the end half is right behind it. Then you do another 1/2 and another, and then you put the ending 1/2. You can put all your content about your company right in here, and then again end it with the full width section so that it correlates to the beginning. And that's pretty much it for right here. Also, I put the about us, and you can select whatever color you want here. You can put any HTML color you want, but for this purpose, I think I'm liking orange a little bit better. And then click update. Boom. Now it's orange. That is pretty much a 5-page website. This is as simple as it gets. Some things you want to look into are, so say your brand main color is this. You just take the HTML code right here, and then you can go to this website called Paletton.com, Paletton.com, and you're going to go right here to colors, SKU, paste in that code that I just took from right here. Click OK. It'll show you a whole bunch of SKUs that show other color combinations that are scientifically good for that color that you're using. So I like these two right here, just like very bright. You can use them very well. Long story short, you can click color tables and it'll give you the HTML code so you can put the rest of it into the other aspects of your site. So again, you could change up this color, put the HTML code right here. You can go to the accent colors right here, which kind of control a lot of your site. You can put a different color here, you can put a different color here, different colors down here. Pretty much anything you want to do with a button, you can put it right here. Now another thing you need to be able to do, this theme is called Salient. Go to Theme Forest. I put a link in the bottom of the entire thing. You go to Live Preview. I'm going to remove the frame. Now this is the actual theme you bought. These are examples of things you can do with the theme. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Scroll around, look at all the different home pages, styles, things you can do. I mean, this it moves so easily. I did the most basic thing you could possibly do for a photo booth site, but you can totally pimp out your site with this theme. Another thing you need to be able to do is look at the actual features. So shortcode overview. This is again the things you can put in the page that make things a lot better. Like this is a shortcode, anything with brackets. So you go here, start looking at all these different examples of things. You got tabs, and there is shortcodes that take care of all of this that are included in your theme. So be sure to visit themenectar.com/demo/salient and check out all the different things you could be doing. 4-column portfolios. This could be really good for images for photo booth rental companies. I mean, you just stack pictures over and over and over. You click it. I mean, as you can see, this theme does a lot more than what I showed you. Another thing you need to know. say all this stuff was really complicated for you. You go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. WordPress. That's all you gotta do. Type in WordPress. I will install WordPress, set it up. Boom. If you didn't like the beginning part, you can have someone else do it. I will install WordPress. I will customize a WordPress site to your theme. You basically do all the stuff that I just did. $5. Okay. Quick WordPress fixes. If there's code breaking, then you can do like WordPress fix, WordPress code. Anything you need for WordPress, you can pay someone $5 to do. You just gotta be really good at describing it. There's no reason you need to pay thousands of dollars for a website. Host it with GoDaddy, get the domain from GoDaddy. If you already have someone else hosting it, that's fine. Just call them and say, hey, I need help installing it, WordPress onto my hosting. If you got a Weebly site, if you got a Twix, there's so many different iPage website, you got a free GoDaddy website builder. All these things are not real websites. You have the ability to do a real website with WordPress. So we need to see more photo booth rental companies with good websites that they actually feel like they have control over. A design for your next photo booth rental party, they can customize the pictures and the 4x6 prints for you. Like, there's nothing you need to do digital that you can't get on Fiverr.com. So I think that's the big takeaway. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the blog below. And again, this is what I'm here for. If you have questions, just let me know. Oh, didn't go over plugins. Plugins. All right. So this all 404 redirect to homepage. Okay, you know when you go to a website and it says 404 error, there's no page here, and it's kind of annoying. Well, if you have like a bad page that doesn't exist anymore, like I'm about to hit enter for, it automatically forwards the page that no longer exists to the home page. This is good for SEO. This is good for visitors. You want people to come to your home page anyways. So even if a page doesn't load, it automatically forwards to your home page. So that's why I had you install this. Contact form 7, we already went over for email contact form. Head metadata, that is a lot of, just go down here, once it's activated. If you need to put analytics code in your WordPress site, leave checked for the default HTML. So if you need to put any like Google Analytics or anything to the head to verify the site, this is where you do it, and you go ahead and click Save Settings. And sitemap we already talked about. WordPress SEO. So a lot of people about especially SEO will say you need to do your meta titles and meta description. I'm going to do another video about all this stuff, but so you go photo booth rental Orlando. So this is a meta title right here, the part you actually click on, and this is a meta description. It usually should be 2 to 3 sentences. If you write too much, it'll get cut off. If you get too much written up here, again, that will get cut off as well. So on the bottom of every page, since you installed WordPress SEO, you're able to put your meta descriptions and meta titles right here. So you can do prices and packages by slapstick photo booth serving Sydney, Australia. And you put 2 to 3 sentences about this page right here. You want to add keywords in both of these spots. That pretty much sums up everything you need to know. Again, if you have any questions, that's what I'm here for. Thanks. And again, I'll be launching a video for SEO to teach you how to do on-page optimization, so stay tuned.